Okay, so if you've ever sat in your car right before a job interview, your heart just pounding, you are in exactly the right place. Because in the next few minutes, we are going to break down how you can walk into any server interview, not with that feeling of dread, but with the kind of confidence that gets you hired right on the spot. So, let's talk about Carlos. He's sitting in his car 15 minutes early for his interview. Now he's got the experience, his English is great, but look at his hands. They're shaking. He's just running through all those what ifs, feeling that wave of interview anxiety we all know so well. And then it happened. The manager asks that classic first question, "So tell me about yourself." And nothing. He just completely blanked. He froze. And the honest truth? He didn't get the job. And man, that's just a gut-wrenching feeling, but it's exactly what happens when our nerves get the best of us. But here's the secret that Carlos figured out later. Restaurant interviews, they aren't some big, scary mystery. They actually follow a super predictable path. Managers tend to ask the same handful of questions over and over again. And what does that mean for you? It means that preparation isn't just a good idea. It is your secret weapon. So to prepare the right way, we have got to get inside the hiring manager's head. We need to understand what they are really looking for. And I promise you, it's probably not what you think it is. All right, take a look at this. This is maybe the most surprising thing you'll learn today. See where experience is on their list of priorities? It's all the way at the bottom, at number 5. It's often the very last thing they're worried about compared to everything else. It really all comes down to this one simple idea. Managers hire for the things they can't teach. Right at the center of that circle is reliability. Are you going to show up on time? Then a positive attitude, your ability to be a team player, and a real customer-first mindset. These are the things that actually build a great restaurant team. Just think about it like this. They can easily teach you the skills, right? How to use their computer system, how to carry 3 plates without dropping them, the ingredients in every single dish. But they can't train you to have a good attitude. They can't train you to be reliable. That has to come from you. So how do you actually show them you've got that amazing attitude they're looking for? Well, it all starts with your interview toolkit, mastering the 5 key questions that pop up in over 80% of server interviews. First up is the big one, the question that made Carlos completely freeze. Tell me about yourself. It sounds so simple, right? But this is where almost everyone stumbles. But you won't, because there is a simple, really powerful formula to answer this thing perfectly every single time. Now, the biggest mistake people make is talking about what they need, well, I really need a job. Instead, I want you to use this 3-part template. First, say who you are as a professional. Second, give one specific achievement that proves you're good at what you do. And third, explain why you're interested in this specific restaurant. See how that shifts the whole conversation from what you need to the value you bring? All right, next up, why do you want to work here? Make no mistake, this question is a test. They're trying to figure out if you've actually done your homework or if you're just, spamming applications all over town. This is your chance to really stand out. So please, avoid that generic answer about it being close to your house. Instead, show them you're genuinely interested. Mention something specific you noticed. Maybe it was a dish on their menu that looked incredible, or you saw how professional the servers were, or you read a great review online. It just proves you actually care. Yes, the difficult customer question. You know this one's coming. What a manager is really asking here is, can you solve problems by yourself, or are you going to come running to me for every little thing? They are testing your problem-solving skills and your ability to stay cool under pressure. And the perfect way to answer this is with the listen, apologize, solve method. It's so simple. First, just listen. Let the guests say everything they need to say without interrupting. They need to feel heard. Second, give a sincere apology for their frustration. And third, offer a clear, immediate solution to their problem. This little framework can turn around almost any bad situation. Okay, the classic strengths and weaknesses. Now, this isn't a trap, I promise. It's just a test of your self-awareness. How you answer this question tells them a whole lot about your character and whether you're willing to learn and grow. So, let's avoid the cliches, okay? No more, I'm a hard worker, or my least favorite, I'm a perfectionist. Instead, pick a real strength and back it up with a quick little story. And for your weakness, choose something that's genuine, but not, a deal breaker for the job. And the most important part, explain what you're actively doing to improve it. And finally, we get to the experience question. Now, this one can feel a little intimidating, whether you've been a server for years or you're just starting out. But there is a confident way to answer no matter what your background is. What really matters here is how you frame your answer. If you have experience, get specific. Use numbers. Talk about handling a 6-table section or serving 100 guests on a busy Friday. But if you don't have direct restaurant experience, that's okay. Confidently connect the skills you learned in other jobs, like customer service and retail, and show them exactly how that makes you a perfect fit for being a great server. Nailing those 5 key questions, that's huge. That's most of the battle. But it's not the whole story. You also have to show them that you're genuinely interested in this job at this restaurant and you're not just going through the motions. And there are 2 really simple things that will make you stand out. First, always come prepared with a couple of smart questions to ask them about the job or the team. And second, send a short, professional thank you email within 24 hours. It just screams that you're organized, professional, and you're serious about the role. So let's just bring this all back together. We started with Carlos feeling totally anxious in his car, and we've walked through the exact game plan to turn that anxiety into real earned confidence. And that really leads us to the biggest takeaway of all. Confidence isn't some magic personality trait you're either born with or you're not. It's simply the natural result of being well prepared. When you know what's coming and you have the answers ready, that anxiety just starts to melt away. So just keep these 3 things in your head as you walk through that restaurant door. The questions are not a mystery anymore, they're predictable. The skills you have, whether from a restaurant or somewhere else, are valuable. And now you have the answers. So what's the bottom line here? You are so much more prepared now than you were just a few minutes ago. You have the playbook. You get what managers are actually looking for, and you have all the tools to show them that you're the right person for the job. So now, go get it.